Well, everyone, the iPhone 14 did end up getting iOS 18, and it's time for us to go and take a look at it. Now, my brightness is kind of all over the place. It's really hard to kind of test it here, but the iPhone 14 is a really good iPhone, and iOS 18 is pretty much, made for the iPhone 14 kind of, mostly the 15, but the 14 was also in its mind as well. Now, within iOS 18, it brought a lot of stuff to the table. This is the artsy version I'm rocking here, but the official version is really not that far off. It's basically the same exact thing. Now, I tried to find the screenshot I took for iOS 18, but the thing to keep in mind here is that for the most part, iOS 18 was like 6 gigabytes almost on a lot of iPhones. So it's going to be roughly around that same size here. So kind of keep that in mind. And that in and of itself is a very, very big thing to keep in mind here. Now, one of the coolest things here is our home screen customizations. So what we can do is we can go and hold down on an application like this, and we can go through and click on Edit Home Screen. So when we click on Edit Home Screen, we can go and click on Edit in the top left corner right up here, and then you can go and click on Customize. So you can click on Customize, and you can go and change these toggles from being like dark to bright or whatever. You can change these icons from being like small icons to large icons like this. And I think that genuinely is a really, really nice thing. And I actually like having this type of capability a lot. You can go change them from light mode to dark mode, so many other things across the board. And I do think this in and of itself is a very cool type of layout. So I think it looks nice and it's a cool thing at the end of the day. Our control center got a lot of customizations as well. So now we have the capability of going through and editing up our control screens. So we can hold down on an app icon, the ones that aren't movable like this one. And you should be able to go through and like edit some stuff. So if you go and edit, like hold down on the side, or if it doesn't work, you can go and click on the plus button. You can move these control toggles around, delete them if you want to. Also click on the bottom here if you want to add a new one. So that is something that's really, really awesome here too. And there's a lot of control center toggles that you can basically kind of mess around with. And it really is a cool update here. Now on top of that, we now have a lot of messaging things that have came in this particular update. So what you can do here is you can go through and inside of iMessage, you now have the capability of having like redesigned tapbacks. So you can hold down on an iMessage like this to have these new redesigned tapbacks at the very top. And on the iPhone 14, they look very, very nice. And you can tap back with any emoji now. You also have RCS messaging support. You have scheduling messages to send later, the ability of bolding, striking through, and even more things within iMessage, which is genuinely a very, very cool thing. Now, on top of those things, we now have a dedicated game mode inside of our iPhone. So if we go inside of a particular iPhone thing or game, you can now see we have this game mode pop-up that comes up at the very top. So now whenever you go and play a game, you'll see those pop-ups, you'll be able to play it there. And once again, it genuinely is a very, very cool thing to have. So it's supposed to improve latency or decrease latency. It's supposed to go ahead and decrease lag by closing some things out in the background. So it really is a cool thing that we have the option of doing so here. Now on top of that, we have a new option to basically have our passwords application. So now if we go through here, we can open up our passwords app, and it's a dedicated one. It's very, very cool, and I do think this in and of itself is a really nice thing going on here. You also have the ability of locking an application, so you can go and click on the any application here. You can go and click on require passcode, which is right here. And you can go and click on go to passcode settings, and you can go and set up a passcode or face ID if you want to. But that genuinely is another really cool thing here. And the Photos app also got a pretty big redesign here as well. So you can go through and you can go and basically just have this whole entire application that's redesigned, and it really is a really cool thing. It looks nice, and it generally is a really nice thing at the end of the day. So overall, I'll definitely tell you iOS 18 is a very, very cool update. I think it's a really, really nice update for the most part. And if I'm going to go ahead and get a new update, it's going to be iOS 18. You can install it now. I'd recommend waiting it out just a little bit, but that's iOS 18. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.